Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Tribune News on Q, your go-to morning news source only here at Daily Tribune. We are live on Daily Tribune's Facebook page, Tribune Now on YouTube, and at Daily Tribune Official on TikTok. For our headlines. Dasmariñas Representative Kiko Barzaga has been suspended for 60 days without pay for disorderly behavior and posting content deemed offensive and seditious on social media. The Office of the Solicitor General has reversed its recusal and resumed representing former President Duterte and allies in Supreme Court cases involving the ICC drug war probe. Former DPWH Secretary Babe Singson has resigned from the Independent Commission for Infrastructure due to health concern amid its ongoing corruption investigation. The Senate has reaffirmed that its members are not required to secure travel authority for personal trips abroad. President Marcos has ordered close monitoring of the Discayas and St. Timothy construction personnel over a 100 million pesos ghost flood control project in Davao Occidental. U.S. firms are expressing concerns about investing in the Philippines due to ongoing infrastructure corruption controversies, according to Ambassador Babe Romualdez. Motorists are set for mixed pump price adjustments next week, with gasoline expected to rise while diesel and kerosene prices may roll back. Alex Ayala and Brian Bagunas will serve as Team Philippines flag bearers at the 33rd Southeast Asian Games in Bangkok. Tiger Woods has delayed his competitive golf return as his back surgery recovery continues to progress slower than expected. Catriona Gray joined the Trillion Peso March protest, urging Filipinos to speak up against corruption and demand accountability from leaders. Today is the 6th of December 2025, Saturday, and I'm Chynna Basillaje bringing you this week's top stories. Let's get started. The House of Representatives has suspended Dasmariñas Representative Kiko Barzaga for 60 days without pay after finding him guilty of disorderly behavior and posting reckless and offensive content on social media that allegedly bordered on sedition. With a 249 to 5 to 11 votes, lawmakers adopted the report recommending sanctions and ordering Barzaga to delete 24 question posts within 24 hours. Ethics Panel Chair J.C. Abalos said his actions brought disrepute to the House. Barzaga accepted the decision but insisted President Marcos must still be held accountable for alleged crimes. The Office of the Solicitor General has resumed its role as counsel for government officials in the Supreme Court cases filed by former President Rodrigo Duterte, Senator Bato de la Rosa, and Duterte's children. Solicitor General Marie Berberabe informed the High Court that the OSG is reversing its earlier recusal and re-entering the politically sensitive case linked to Duterte's arrest over the ICC drug war probe. The petitions question the legality of his arrest and handover to the Hague. The SC has yet to take action on the OSG's return as hearings continue. And the Independent Commission for Infrastructure suffered a major setback after former DPWH Secretary Rogelio Babe Singson resigned, citing the intense workload and its toll on his health. His departure follows earlier concerns over the Commission's slow pace and political pressures in probing corruption in flood control projects. ICI Chair Andres Reyes confirmed Singson will step down by mid-December as the body moves to recommend criminal and administrative charges against several former officials and private individuals. Critics warn the resignation further undermines the ICI's credibility in tackling the multi-billion peso scandal. And the Senate has reaffirmed that its members are not required to secure travel authority for personal trips abroad. Senate President Vicente Soto III issued the clarification after Ombudsman Jesus Crispin Remulla blocked Senator Jinggoy Estrada's planned foreign travel. Soto cited Senate policy and the Bureau of Immigration directive stating that only official travel needs prior approval and that the Executive Order 459 does not apply to officials of the legislative branch, judiciary, and constitutional bodies. He stressed that travel rules for lawmakers are governed by their own institutional policies. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has ordered the DILG and PNP to monitor Curly and Sara Diskaya along with personnel of St. Timothy Construction amid possible arrest warrants over an alleged 100 million pesos ghost project in Davao Occidental. The Ombudsman's finding based on DPWH complaints confirmed that despite documents claiming completion of a flood control project in Culaman, no construction ever took place. Marcos said falsified inspection reports and billings led to charges of malversation through falsification and violations of the Anti-Graft and Corruption Practices Act against involved officials and contractors. And the Marcos administration's corruption woes are raising concerns among potential U.S. investors, according to Philippine Ambassador to the U.S., Babe Romualdez. He said several American firms now express uncertainty about proceeding with planned investments amid public outrage over infrastructure anomalies. Romualdez urged swift prosecution to restore confidence, noting corruption remains investors' top concern. He clarified no companies have withdrawn yet and U.S. aid programs will continue. Meanwhile, he confirmed the Philippines is not included in Washington's latest immigration restrictions targeting several third-world countries. And motorists can expect mixed fuel price adjustments next week. The Oil Industry Management Bureau says gasoline may increase by around 70 centavos per liter while diesel could roll back by 45 centavos and kerosene by 25 centavos. Officials attribute the price movement to ongoing geopolitical tensions, including attacks on Russian oil facilities and strained U.S.-Venezuela relations alongside the global supply surplus. Final adjustments will be announced Monday and take effect Tuesday. This week, gasoline prices went up slightly while diesel and kerosene posted major rollbacks. And Philippine Olympic Committee President Abraham Bambol Tolentino has chosen tennis star Alexandra Ayala and volleyball standout Brian Bagunas as flag bearers for Team Philippines at the 33rd Southeast Asian Games opening ceremony in Bangkok. The 1,700-strong Philippine delegation will compete in 574 events across 50 sports held in Bangkok and Chonburi after flooding hit Songkla. Ayala is the highest-ranked Filipina in WTA history while Bagunas led the men's volleyball team to historic FIVB wins. Tolentino said the duo was picked for their impact, inspiration, and national appeal. And golf legend Tiger Woods says his recovery from back surgery is progressing slower than he hoped, with no timetable yet for a return to a competitive play. Speaking at the Hero World Challenge in Bahamas, Woods, who will turn 50 this month, said he has been cleared to resume chipping and putting but remains cautious. This follows his 7th back operation and other injuries since 2024. Despite setbacks, Woods remained determined to return to the course and focus on regaining full playing form. And Miss Universe 2018 Catriona Gray joined thousands at the Trillion Peso March in EDSA, calling on Filipinos to speak out against corruption. Gray condemned the misuse of billions in public funds, saying corruption has left communities unprotected and essential services underfunded. She urged authorities to take swift action, including filing cases and suspending lawmakers implicated in scandals. Gray also called for the passage of the Anti-Political Dynasty Bill and led a prayer for accountable leadership, declaring, "We are the generation that will not let corruption win." And that's all for now. Join us again tomorrow at 11 a.m. Still here on Daily Tribune Facebook page, Tribune Now on YouTube, and at Daily Tribune Official on TikTok. Also catch the diva that you love, Alwin Ignacia, and Ultra Maldita Alex Brosas later and tomorrow 4 p.m. for DTT Show on Jaro Tirada's Facebook page and YouTube channel. Once again, I'm Chynna Basillaje, and this has been Tribune News on Q.